All right, in this video, we're going to talk about just a little bit about how to start to take some design intent and utilize a bit of trickery to make it happen. These are some of the best ways I've found to get Revit to actually execute my visions for the design. So is it the only way? Maybe not, but it just is a way. And sometimes you just need to know how to fool Revit to get your ideas across. So what I'm going to show you is essentially we're going to build this kind of stair, at least the beginnings of it, where we have the ideas here. We have some kind of thin 1/4 inch sheet metal that's been bent in this profile. And then on top of that, some type of tread, whether that's wood or stone, I'm not sure, but it rests then on the slab or the bent steel. So let's see how we might fool Revit to create that. So we're going to use this guy, or at least some version of that guy. Let's just get it a little bit closer to what we are doing by probably just editing the stair a little bit, maybe losing those two things, and then adding a few treads to this guy. Go 22. Okay, say okay, and maybe we have this just wall go continues up, and then let's take a look at what that looks like. All right, so that's that, and then let's go ahead and edit this custom stair. Let's go ahead and let's go into the nosing. Let's go ahead and make our own. I'm just going to call it the CS-tread. And then we'll just turn off the tread. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, can't do that. Let's call it 1/4 inch. And I don't think we need a nose length. And we'll turn that off. Alright, so now we've got our basic stair. It's bent. Yeah, and then the last thing we might do is turn off the support. That'll come later, so we'll just go to none. Alright, so this is our basic stair. But our problem is that we wanted to have this other tread on top of it. Now, you might say, well, why don't you just add that thickness and call it a day? Well, if we look at this closely, it's got several things going on, and it's recessed in from both sides a certain amount, and I have not found a good way to do that. How to kind of control different widths. So the best way that I found is that actually just kind of duplicating this stair and then using the same length and treads and whatnot to then add in a second stair that then puts in that stuff. So let's just do that real quick. Probably the easiest way to do this is then to copy it. So I'll just go ahead and Control C, and then I'm going to go up here, and under paste I'm going to align to the same place. And so one of these is different than the other. Alright, so then let's take that one of those stairs and we'll go ahead and edit type, and we'll duplicate it, and we'll just make sure that it adds a tread. And we should go into the CS tread, and we should duplicate this. I don't know, I'm just going to go with 2, it's fine. Or maybe we can say width. And then here, let's do, let's say that there's a 1.5 inch thickness. Okay, and we're not doing the slanted riser, but we are going to do the 1 inch nose. And let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, so we can see that there's a couple of weird things that's happened. One, it's built that it keeps the top of the stair exactly where it should be, and then everything else kind of moves down from there. So what we need to do is grab that the original, our bent plate one, and maybe that's a good thing, we should rename this bent plate. You can call it whatever you want, but I'm just trying to organize my thoughts. So we're in that one, we got that one selected. This is the one, since we still want to have our top tread, whatever that is, that wood plank, to be at the top. We're going to move this stair, the bent plate, down. So we should, it'd be great if we could base it on the height of that tread, but we can't do that. But we do know what that is. It's 1.5 inches, so we're going to apply that. And you'll see that it moved this down perfectly, but eventually it looks like it's kind of running in the middle of. And that's because we also need to do the same thing to the top offset. So we'll do that. And so now it's looking pretty good, except you see back here, we have a rise, which we don't really need in this tread, one with tread, and the other is that it's back 1 inch. We gave it a nosing of 1 inch, which essentially shifted everything else back. So let's look at how to deal with that. So I'm going to edit this type. I'm going to edit this with tread. I'm going to turn off riser, so that helped that piece. But I've yet to find a way of automatically shifting it forward instead of shifting it back. So I'm going to have to do a little cheating. I'm going to go to level 1, and I still have that stair with tread selected. In fact, to make it easier on myself, I'm going to edit the stairs. And remember, we wanted that recess to be here and here. I'm going to select this stair, and I'm going to say actual run width to be like 4/6 inch. So one or more runs is less than minimum. Okay, so there's a warning. So I imagine if I looked at somewhere I've specified that it can't be less than 5 feet somewhere. It allowed me to do it, but it gave me a warning sign. And I imagine it's in one of these categories. I'm going to go ahead and say OK. Check that box. And I bet if I go inside of here, I'll find that I had that. So if I just change this to, I don't really need to because it allowed me to do it anyway, but just so everybody's happy and Revit's happy, I'm just going to go ahead and change that to be a minimum of 4.5 feet. Alright, so the next thing, we still haven't yet to fix this. So it's still going behind the rise. So to fix that, I'm going to go back into level 1. I'm going to use the align tool. I'm going to use it on, I'm going to click on this. This should be that steel plate, bent plate. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click on the nosing dashed line. And I'm going to lock that. And so now, that, and I could have done it the opposite way. It's just, do I want that tread to go past this wall? Yes, I do. I want it to kind of feel like it's coming and you know, inviting you in. So that's why I did it that way. The other way obviously would have been to select the nosing, the back of the tread first, and then the bent plate. So anyway, that's good. All right, that's the beginning of trying to get your double stair, as it were. Well, that's a little aggressive. There we go. All right, thanks guys.